Hello and welcome to A Chick with a Plan. That's me, Mary, and I love everything planning. The plan for this episode is to walk you through the timeline for the Manor renovation project, how I've developed my 12-week Manor renovation goal, as well as the weekly tactics I will be implementing over the next 12 weeks to reach that goal. If you're new here, welcome. Last year, I started a huge project in renovating my old family home into a beautiful manor and event space. So if you haven't been following along the journey, I encourage you to watch the first episode in the series to get caught up. Okay, this past January, I read the book, The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. Loved it. This book basically walks you through an effective process of executing goals in a 12-week period versus setting yearly goals. I just completed a 12-week cycle and decided to bring you along with me on the next cycle, which of course includes tasks for the Manor renovation project. Now, on a side note, make sure to check out my everythingplanning.com website, as I have a monthly book club in which we read and review a book each month. Now for May, we are currently reading The 4-Hour Workweek by Timothy Ferriss, and we will be discussing that book on June 8th. Okay, now back to developing my 12-week renovation plan. Firstly, I had to decide what I wanted to accomplish over the next 12 weeks for this project. To do that, I met with my construction manager because we had to update the renovation timeline due to some unforeseen circumstances, which one is waiting to attend a very important meeting with the Department of Permitting Services to finalize aspects of our concept drawings. I will go a little more in detail in that in a later episode. So after revising the timeline, we were able to determine our 12-week goal, which is to have our construction drawings completely ready to submit for our permits. Now, if you haven't seen my episode on the 7 phases of the renovation process, then definitely check that out because I go more in detail regarding what's involved with the construction drawings and permitting process. I will leave a link to that video in the description box below. Now, once we had settled on our goal, we had to come up with our weekly tactics for us to reach that goal. So for week 1, my task will be to schedule the next meeting with my banker to go over our renovation progress updates. It's very important to keep my banker in the loop of what's going on, as she's helping us to prepare for submitting for our funding. We are still finalizing the budget, but we pretty much know what we need to stay within for our budget. So just a tip. Make sure you have a great relationship with your banker and accountant so they can help you adequately prepare your financials for getting funding for any type of projects you want to execute. In week 2, my construction manager, architect, and I will be meeting with my county's Department of Permitting Services. We have several questions and need to confirm zoning, and certain permitting requirements for the renovation, since we will be operating an event venue business there. Now, depending on their responses, this may potentially affect our concept drawing and the budget. Now, in week 3, we should be able to move forward to updating our project schedule. We will need to confirm the code requirements and start finalizing the concept design. In week 4 and 5, as we finalize the concept design and prepare to create the construction drawings, I will have to make some critical final decisions on design, materials, the exterior, interior fixtures, finishings, all of that. Additionally, we will start finalizing the budget as well as the business and marketing plan for submission to my banker. Weeks 6 through 11, we will spend on actually drafting or drawing the construction drawings, which are the very detailed architectural drawings that include the site and floor plans as well as the structural drawings. These are the plans that will be eventually submitted to the county for our permit approval. Then lastly, in week 12, we plan to submit the construction drawings, which includes, of course, the mechanical, plumbing, electrical drawings for our permits. Once those are submitted, the permitting approval process takes about 4 to 6 weeks. So that will be factored into my next 12-week plan. Okay, so those are the weekly tactics to reach my 12-week renovation goal. But the most important part of this 12-week plan is accountability. So my business partner and I, we actually have standing weekly accountability meetings to score ourselves in meeting our weekly tactics on our different goals. This method is actually spelled out in the book. Additionally, I will now be reporting my progress to you every 2 weeks to make sure I'm staying on track. So if you are enjoying this type of content, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button so you can follow along with me on this journey. Okay, that's it for this episode. I look forward to seeing everyone in the next one. Let's get to planning.